Hey y'all, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here. Last week you guys came along with me as I decoupaged these styrofoam eggs, and look how sweet they turned out. Look at the butterfly. They turned out so cute. I love them. But I told you guys this was an easy way to decorate the styrofoam eggs. I did it with napkins. You can go back and check out that video. Lots of ways to decoupage styrofoam eggs. But I used some pretty Easter napkins I found at TJ Maxx, and the pack came, I have them there, like they were 8 or 10 in a pack at the Dollar Tree. So check that out. It'll be fun for the kids to do on spring break. But I did these eggs. I just did 2 because I had a specific craft I wanted to use them in, and that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna make a bunny, like not a topiary, is that how you say that? But it's gonna be in this cute little pot. So we're gonna get there, but first things first, we gotta make our bunny. And so what I did, got on the internet, I wanted a bunny that was kind of hopping. So I found this just silhouette. We're gonna draw it or trace it onto a piece of cardboard that I just ripped off of an Amazon box. So I've got that, and I've got some carbon paper. So I'm gonna put that down on my cardboard, and I am going to put the bunny on top of that. And we're gonna just get an ink pen, and we're gonna just trace our bunny right on to the cardboard. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna cut him out. You just want the general shape. And you can get carbon paper at any office supply store. You can get it off of Amazon. I think I want his tail to be a little bigger. So I'm gonna kinda, and I just printed this bunny. I searched bunny silhouette until I found one that I liked. Just go all over. Now, if you can freehand a bunny, that's fine. I can do a basic bunny, but I wanted, like I said, this bunny to be hopping. And I didn't want to mess it up. So I just thought, you know what? I'll just make it easy on myself. And I said, self, go ahead and go on the internet and find you a bunny. So that's what we did. So once you get that traced onto there, easy peasy, we're gonna cut it out. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Cut out the little bunny. It took a minute. I had to get some good old scissors. Don't accidentally use your fabric scissors. I've done that before. So we got our little bunny cut out. So now he's just kind of plain Jane piece of cardboard, but I want him to have kind of a distressed vintagey look. So we're just gonna kind of find that top layer. You see how we got the corrugation in the middle? We're gonna kind of pick the top layer of that cardboard. We're just gonna tear him, kind of, be gentle. We don't wanna tear him completely, but we're just gonna, we want some of that corrugation exposed. And you'll see as you rip off, you're gonna kinda start getting that effect. That's what we want. So we're just gonna have to kinda do it in layers here. Pieces, kind of try to find a, I need to snip it a little. Get it peeled back. Sure, there's an easier way, but because we don't want it completely bare, but you want to leave some of the pieces, you know, we want them to kind of be in spotches. So you kind of have some that are still on there. so keep going. Probably should have started this before I got back on the camera, but hey, we're gonna run with it. Just be patient. Keep going. You gotta get the scissors in there to help you a little bit. That's okay. But we don't want it to be too cut. We want it to be kind of rough looking. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get this last little foot and we're gonna call this part done. So I think he's roughed up kind of nice. He looks just like that, just like I wanted him. I could leave him like this. I'm gonna kind of just tear him a little bit more right here, actually, by the tail. I want to get under there. There you go. All right, I just tore a little bit more at the tail right there, but I like this. He's totally cute like that. If you want a brown bunny, you can totally leave him like this, but I want mine to be kind of grayish white. So what I have today is I have Folk Art Terracotta. The color is Cool Concrete. I got this at the Hobby Lobby, and this is gonna give, I don't know if you can see that, but it's textured paint, lightly textured acrylic paint. So this is what I'm using today. Now, if you don't have this, if you don't have a Hobby Lobby near you, you can get the same effect with some gray, light gray paint and put a little baking soda into it, okay? So same effect with that. You just have to dump in your bacon, a little bit of baking soda, stir it till you get the consistency that you want. And yeah, it'll do the same thing. But this already came and it was like, oh, my price tag is torn off, but it was just like a couple of dollars. So I'm just gonna get that in and I'm just gonna lightly brush my bunny. Not going for full coverage because I want some of that corrugation to show through. So, see how he's looking? How cute is that? Keep going. It's pretty thick, so it's gonna, let me see if I got enough, or, yeah, I think that's probably enough. All right, I like it. He looks like this when we're done. Isn't that sweet? All right. So this is our bunny. And now we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, the next step is we're gonna get our pot ready. Now, I could have distressed the pot too. I could have done a lot of things with the pot, but I think I'm just gonna leave it in this terracotta because I think that it really kind of offsets this and you'll see what we're adding. So I think it's gonna be cute. So we're just gonna leave it like this. If you wanna paint your little pot, you can. I got this at Lowe's. I keep a lot of these on hand for the spring crafts, but you can get them at Lowe's, you can get them at most anywhere when it's spring. And then I have some floral, I don't know what you call this, styrofoam, I guess, but I specifically got it in the floral section. It's a little denser, but you can certainly use styrofoam, which you can get the balls. This was just a square that came out of the floral department at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I don't have a knife, so I'm gonna use this metal ruler, and I'm just gonna kind of cut off what I think is gonna be enough. I eyeballed it, like I said, and I'm just gonna, it slices really easy. And I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna put it inside this pot and just kind of shove it down. Don't shove too hard. It's gonna give, but you don't want to break your pot either. So I've got that in, and now I'm gonna take a skewer, which that might be too high. Let's see, how high do I want my bunny? I think I'm gonna trim off, I got some snippers, so I'm gonna trim off a couple of inches just because I don't want it to be too super tall or top heavy. Whoa, that shot my thing, hold on. Real life. Okay, I got it. Nobody panic, I'm back. All right, so that is a little more, I think, doable. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my skewer, I'm gonna take the pointy end actually, and shove it up in my little rabbit. Gonna kind of go till I can feel it. And we have our little rabbit on a stick. And then we're gonna take the skewer and just shove it to just as long as it's in there. I don't think I want it all the way down because we're about to do something from the bottom of him. So there's that. So now, in addition to that, and the skewer, I had it in my kitchen. You can get dowels at Lowe's. You can get the pack of skewers for like $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So that's in there. So this is what we have. And I've got some moss. Again, $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. You can also get moss. You can get it in different colors at the Hobby Lobby. Yeah. I just got this at the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna put just a little hot glue to kind of keep that moss in place. And we're just gonna kind of put it on out, fill up your pot. Shouldn't have to, you just have to cover up that styrofoam. You don't really have to like fill up everything. Kind of get like a little grassy knoll situation happening. I don't have that much left in my little bag, so I'm gonna try to utilize all of it. And just kind of tuck it down in the I don't know, I might need to actually put a little, I had some spray adhesive that probably would work. I'm just gonna drop a little hot glue kind of in the middle just to kind of help it stay where I put it. Just kind of seep on down in there. It's just for pretty. It's not gonna be running any marathons, so it doesn't need to be. And we're about to put some stuff on top of it. So that's okay too. And kind of get it in place. I love it. Now I didn't paint the back, and that's okay too. You can paint your back if you want to. I'm not going to because I only plan on it going that way. Look how cute. All right, so now I want to put my little eggs in here. This is where the eggs come into play. So I want to put them, I think I need to do the other part. The eggs are going to be last. So now the other part that I have that I want to do is I want to put some little whimsical little tail hangy tassel looking things. So I've got just some material. I've got a pretty sage green, and I've got two kind of pinks. So, and they kind of blend in with the eggs, the pattern on the eggs. So I'm just gonna I cut a little snippet, and I'm just gonna tear, because we want that kind of ragged look. And I think I might do this one a little in half. So I've got some long scissors, some wider strips, and some narrow strips. All right, now we're gonna go on to the other two. And we're just and we're gonna do the same thing with the last pattern here. Just make a little snippy snip and tear. That just kind of gives it that vintagey look. In my opinion, I like the rustic chic. Now, obviously, these are kind of too long, so I'm just gonna kind of probably only need to be about 6 inches. But what we're gonna do is kind of get, I don't know, I think I'm gonna use this one instead. And I am gonna just cut it here, and we are gonna tie it, and it's a little longer than it probably needs to be, but we'll tie it after, trim it after we tie it. So I'm just gonna put those together and come around the dowel, and hopefully did I get all 3 pieces? Yeah, and we're just gonna tie a good old knot, I think. And probably gonna put a little bit of hot glue on my dowel, just right where that knot goes, and I'm gonna shove that sucker up like that. And I'm gonna take my scissors. So now we have this, right? But I'm gonna trim it up just a hair. No pun intended. All right, so we have that, which I think is super cute. And then I found a button. This actually, it was in my buttons. Look at that, but it's not a button. It's got this metal piece on the back. Now I collect buttons. So this is some antique buttons. Some I got from my grandma, some I've collected at flea markets and different things. I love antique buttons. This was actually an ear bob. I pulled this off the back. So a clip earring, but you see it wasn't really a clip. It actually, this screws and unscrews to take it on and off, which was pretty cool. So I'm gonna put this in the center. I just thought it looked cute. So we're gonna put a little hot glue on that and get it centered there on our bunny. And then we're gonna place our eggs. I might have to trim this side up just a little more. Again, wrong scissors. Yeah, there we go. Look how cute. Look how sweet that is. We can adjust that in a minute. So now the last step, I'm gonna turn it around just so I can see what I'm doing. We're gonna put these eggs in here. This whole thing revolved around these eggs. One of them has a butterfly. That's the one I want in the front. I'm gonna put some hot glue on the bottom of my decoupaged eggs. Get in there. We're gonna hot glue that to the dowel. You might have to hold it just a second in place. Let that hot glue kind of set up. Then we're gonna take our second egg, and I really want that butterfly in the front. So let's see how I can place it. I love this. So cute. I might have to adjust my bow just a little bit in the back, but I love it. This is what we ended up with. Isn't that the cutest little hoppin' bunny for Easter? I love it. So go watch how we did the eggs and then try this. You could do this in a bowl. You can do it in a mason jar. It doesn't have to be a terracotta pot. These little pots only run a couple of dollars, so not a big expense. The fabric I already had. You can use ribbon. You don't have to do the fabric. The moss $1.25. The eggs $1.25 plus some napkins, and of course a box. We all have an Amazon box somewhere. So anyway, super cute. I hope you try to make it. If you do, come back and let me know how it went. Post a picture. Love you guys. Happy crafting.